Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick tutorial on what you need to learn how to crochet and some simple stitches to get you started. So the first thing that you'll need is yarn, the most important thing. It doesn't really matter what size you get, but I do recommend that you get a light color. So the size right here, it'll show what size. So I have a medium 4, and then the right here is the hook size, so I recommend you get whatever hook size for that specific yarn is right here. And you only need one when you're first learning. Then you need some scissors or just something to cut yarn with. You can use scissors, you can use a knife, probably scissors are safer. And then you need something to mark your stitch with. It could be a piece of yarn, a piece of string, a bobby pin, a clip, it could be anything. But this is a stitch marker, and that's what I would recommend. And you can get any of this stuff from your local craft store.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only.
Now that you have your materials, the first two things that you need to learn for any crochet project is a magic circle or a magic ring. You could call them either or, and a slip knot. First, I'm going to show you how to do a magic circle. So you take the yarn, hold your hand like this. You take the yarn, the short end, you hold it with your thumb. You put it right here, and then you cross it in the back, so behind it will look like this. And then you cross it over so it looks like an X. And then you put it through your ring and your pinky finger, and when you turn your hand, it should look like this. Then you take your hook, go under this first line of yarn, you go to the second one and you pull it, and then you twist. So it should be like an X like this. And then you take the yarn, this yarn, and you pull through. I'm sorry I messed that up, but you pull through. So I'm going to show you guys again. Short end on this side, hold your hand like this, hold the yarn with your thumb. It should look like this on this side. You cross it over your finger, and then you cross it over the yarn to make an X, and then you hold it in between your ring and your pinky finger. So it should look like this on this side, and then when you flip your palm over, it should look like this. So you're gonna go under this yarn, you're going to pull this back, and you're gonna twist. So it should look like this. Then you take this yarn and you pull through the loop. I do not know why I'm messing this up this bad. And you pull through the loop. Oh, you gotta like turn it a little bit just so it'll be easier to go through. Then you have your magic ring, and it should look like this. Now to make a slip knot, it's basically the same startup as the magic circle. You put the short end right here, you hold it with your thumb, put it like this, put it around, cross over, and instead of going through the pointer, not the pointer, your ring finger and your pinky like you would on a magic circle, you just stop. in between your middle and your ring finger. It should look like this on this side and this on the other side. You take your hook, you go under, and you pull this down. You let it go and you pull. So then it creates this knot. This is the slip knot. And to tighten it on your hook, you just pull down the bottom string. Now that you've learned how to do a slip knot, you have to learn how to chain. So you have your hook right here. You'll develop your own way of holding your yarn and your hook, but the way that I hold mine is I drape it over my 4 fingers, wrap it around my pinky, use my middle finger and my thumb to hold the knot, and then grip the yarn with my pinky finger to add tension. Because if your tension is too loose, then your stitches will be too loose. And if your tension is too tight, then you won't be able to get your hook through your stitches. So you have to have a nice tension on your yarn, and eventually as you learn how to crochet and as you progress, you will learn how to get the perfect tension. But to create a chain, you yarn over, twist your hook so then the hook is facing down, the hook side is facing down, and then you pull through the loop. So I'm going to show you again. You yarn over, twist it, and then you pull down through the loop. Yarn over, turn your hook down, pull through the loop. We're going to do it one more time. Yarn over, turn your hook, and pull through the loop. And that is how you make a chain, and it should look like this. Now that we have our chains, I'm going to teach you how to do a slip stitch. So we're going to chain an extra one, and then you're going to skip the first chain that we made, and you're gonna go into the second one. So the V shaped, you're gonna skip the first V, and you're gonna go straight into the second one. And then we're gonna go into the back loop. This is the back loop, and then this is the front loop. So the yarn loop that's closer to you is the front loop, and that's this one. And the one in the back is the back loop. Yarn under, pull through your yarn through the stitch. We have 2 loops on the hook, and then you're going to take the first loop, and you're going to pull it through the second one. So we're going to do this 3 more times. You're going to go through the back loop, yarn under, pull the yarn through the stitch. You have 2 loops on your hook, and then you're going to pull the first loop through the second one. You're going to go through you're going to go through the back loop, yarn under, pull the yarn through the stitch. You have 2 loops on your hook, pull the first loop through the second one. Insert your hook in the back loop, yarn under, pull the yarn through the stitch. Then you have two loops on your hook, and then you're gonna take the first loop and pull it through the second one. And that's how you make a slip stitch. We're gonna learn how to single crochet. So first we're gonna chain 1. So we yarn over, turn your hook, pull through. So we're gonna go into the back loop. We're gonna yarn over, turn your hook, pull through. Then we're gonna yarn over, You should have 2 hoops on your hook, 2 loops on your hook, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through both. So we're going to do 3 more times. Insert your hoop, insert your crochet hook through this back loop, yarn under, pull through the stitch. You should have 2 loops on your hook. Now we're going to yarn over, turn your hook, and pull through both. Insert through the back loop, yarn under. You have 2 hoops on your hook, 2 hoops, 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, turn your hook, and pull through both loops. So we're going to do one more time. Insert your hook through the back loop, yarn under, so pull through the stitch. You have 2 hoops, 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over, turn, and then pull through both hoops. And that is how you single crochet. Now we're going to learn how to half double crochet. I'm going to chain 1 more. So instead of just going straight into this back loop, what you have to do is yarn over first, you turn your hook, you go into the back loop, you yarn under, so you pull the loop through the stitch. You should have 3 loops on your hook instead of 2, like the single crochet. And then you yarn over, you turn your hook, and then pull through all 3. So we're going to do that 3 more times. You yarn over, insert into the back loop, yarn under, so you pull the yarn through the stitch. You have your 3 loops on your hook. You yarn over, turn your hook, and then pull through all 3. Yarn over, insert through the back loop, yarn under, pull the yarn through the stitch. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, turn your hook, pull through all 3. Yarn over, insert through the back loop, yarn under, pull the yarn through the stitch. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, turn your hook, pull through all 3. This is a half double crochet stitch. Now we are going to learn how to double crochet. I'm going to chain 1 extra. To do a chain again, you yarn over, turn your hook, and pull through the loop. So for a double crochet, it's the same as half double crochet. The start is the same. You're going to yarn over, you go through this back loop, you insert your hook in the stitch, you yarn under, pull the yarn through the stitch, and then you have 3 loops on your hook, just like a half double crochet, but this is where it's different. For a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, turn your hook, pull through 2 of the hooks, and it should look like this, and you should have 2 loops on your hook still, and then you're going to yarn over, turn your hook, and then pull through the last 2. So we're going to do this 3 more times. yarn over, insert through the back loop, yarn under, pull the yarn through the stitch, yarn over, turn your hook, pull through the first two, so you have two hooks on your two loops on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over, turn your hook, and pull through two, yarn over, insert through the back loop, yarn under, pull the yarn through the stitch, yarn over, turn your hook, pull through the first two, yarn over, turn your hook, pull through the last two, yarn over, put your hook through the stitch, yarn under, pull your yarn through the stitch, yarn over, turn your hook, pull through the first two, yarn over, turn your hook, pull through the last two. And this is a double crochet stitch. So now we're going to do a quick review of everything that we've learned about the slip knot and the stitches. So we're going to hold your palm like this, take the shorter end, hold it with your thumb, wrap around your pointer in your middle finger, make an X, should look, and then wrap it, and it should go through your pointer, your middle, and your ring finger. So it should look like this on this side and this on the other side. Then you're going to take your hook, go under, we're going to go under, pull through, take it, lift up, and then you put it off your fingers and you pull, and then it creates the knot. And to tighten it, you pull the little one and the big one, well, the little piece of yarn and the big piece of yarn that's connected to your yarn, and then you have your slip knot. So we're going to chain, going to yarn over, turn your hook, pull through the loop, yarn over, turn the hook, pull through the loop, yarn over, turn your hook, pull through the loop, yarn over, turn your hook, pull through the loop, and then we're going to chain one extra. Then we're going to skip the first chain, go straight to the second chain. So we're going to yarn, we're going to insert your hook, going to yarn under, pull through, and then to create your slip stitch, you're going to pull the first loop through the second loop. Then for the single crochet, you insert your hook, yarn under, pull the yarn through the stitch. You have two loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, turn your hook, pull through both. There's your single crochet. Then for the half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert into the back loop, yarn under, pull the yarn through the stitch. You have three loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, turn your hook, pull through the first two. You have two remaining. No. And then you pull through, and there's your half double crochet. So for the double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert through the back loop, yarn under, pull the yarn through the stitch. You're going to have three loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, turn your hook, pull through the first two, then you have 2 remaining loops, and then you're going to yarn over again, turn your hook, and then pull through 2, and then there is your double crochet. And so these are all the stitches: your slip stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. And these are the stitches that you need to know as a beginner in learning how to crochet. Then I want to go over one last thing regarding the magic circle or magic ring. So we're going to start off our magic ring. When you're using a magic ring, which you have to do no matter what stitch that you use, you go under both yarn, and then you make your stitch. That goes the same for the single crochet, the half double crochet, the double crochet, and the slip stitch. But for when you finish with your stitches, the first round of stitches in your magic circle, like for instance, if you had a magic circle and they said to single crochet 6 times in your magic circle, when you crochet the 6 single crochets into the circle, what you're going to do to finish off the circle is you're going to pull through, you're going to pull this yarn, and then you're going to pull it, and then pull it tight, and then that is what your magic ring should look like. No matter what stitch you're using, what yarn you're using, what size, this is what it should look like. And when you want to unravel a stitch, you take your hook out, you take the yarn that's connected to the skein that you're using, and you pull, and it undoes it. Then you do it again, and if you want to unravel the whole thing, you just keep pulling, and it'll unravel. And the same thing goes for a slip knot. If you have your 4 chains, you just take the big yarn, you pull it, and it just unravels completely. And yeah, these are the basic fundamentals that you would need to know for when you are learning how to crochet. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that this helps you in learning how to crochet. For beginners, I hope it's easy to understand, and if you have any questions, just comment them down below and I will do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. See ya.
For you, only know like once. Life move fast when you do what you want.